I'm gonna be showing my point of view on a video from a creator called Cryptic Mario, and his video is How Strong is Sonic? This video came across me through a recommendation after watching a video from a guy named Zeta. I think that's his name. And I wanted to see the video for myself because as a Sonic fan, I just was curious how Cryptic Mario had, what his point of view was on Sonic. And to say the least, I was really interested in some of the stuff he said, especially about some of the stuff in Sonic and the Secret Ring. Because from a Sonic fan's point of view, I actually never thought about some of the things in that kind of way. And I was really interested. However, there were like 3 things from his video that rubbed me the wrong way. And today, in this video, I'm going to be explaining my point of view on those 3 things and how I actually think the truth is about them. Before I get started, I want to say no, I'm not trying to disrespect, no harm, no be rude in any shape or form. I just want to share my point of view, and that is all. With that being said, here's the first part. One of the first parts I want to mention is his thing using for Sonic Unleashed for his information.
When we move over to the actual Sonic Unleashed manual, it states that Sonic is just a supersonic hedgehog, and supersonic means to move at Mach 1 speed, which is speed of sound. The official Sonic channel made by Sega supports this line of reasoning as it says that Sonic from Sonic Unleashed is only moving at supersonic speeds, and even the official Sonic Unleashed website confirms that he's a supersonic speed hedgehog and all he's doing is running at Mach 1, not the speed of light.
The problem with this argument is that you're using Sonic Unleashed scaling, which is kind of outdated when we consider the fact there's more newer feats for Sonic, which is specifically like Sonic Frontiers. We got Sonic Forces, which is even a lot of people say it's a bad game. It still gives some good feat for Sonic. And we got Sonic Generation. And while he does state that in the video that he doesn't want to include boost since it's an ability and not Sonic's natural speed, I feel like the problem with that is that even though it's a somewhat ability, it still should be counted for Sonic speed in some way, shape, or form, since it's not really doing anything but helping Sonic reaching another type of speed. Also, even if you don't want to include them, you gotta include the fact there is also Sonic CD, and one of the earliest games for Sonic where without boost he was able to go forward and backward in time, and that is not a game mechanic for using the post. And also keep in mind that Tails himself states in Sonic Generation that Sonic speed is allowing him to restore time. Nothing about him using boost to restore time, but that his speed in general using it. Also, it might be the fact that boost is more so of a game mechanic, like how most things are. But I can't really say that for sure, because I will admit before I get into it that there are, like I said before, there are some things I don't truly know, but I still want to share I will still want to share my point of view on things. That's okay. Next thing is that I want to talk about is his thing for Supersonic when using Smash Bros for the scaling.
When Sonic transforms into Supersonic using the power of the Chaos Emeralds, it's stated that he's able to move at sub-light speed, meaning he's near that level and approaching it. This is stated in Sonic Channel, which is an official body of source, and even restated in the Smash Bros. Trophy, which calls the form a transformation that makes him almost the speed of light.
The problem with this one specifically is more so the fact that he used Super Smash Bros. And not what it states. Because while it might state some good facts, it's still the problematic that it's from Smash Bros. And not specifically from Sonic. In that when using things from collaboration is a little problematic, because you could also say, like, for Superman, people could say that he's more superhuman level since he loses to Spider-Man, Venom, and a few other characters in his collaboration. And you could say that he's way weaker since he lost to Muhammad Ali in a collaboration. Not to mention he lost to not Omni-Man, but to Homelander. And a lot of people already know that he's way stronger than Homelander. So and plus the best collaboration he kind of has is Sonic, but even so, you wouldn't use that because a lot of people want to use, oh, that collaboration means that Sonic is faster than Wally West, when truthfully Wally West is way faster than IDW and Game Sonic. So using collaborations, while I feel like I get what you're trying to get your point across, it feels a little off to use, since some collaborations kind of make some their characters weaker than they actually are. Like for example, in Smash Brothers, the collaboration, they have Sonic being almost the same speed as Steve in a minecart, or Rayleigh from Samus, who with his move that allows you to drag a character. So in that sense, I feel like that shouldn't be used. But I understand the point you're trying to get across. But for my final point, and this one's probably the more so one, is the final part for what he feels like how strong and fast Sonic is.
Sonic in his base form reaches city-to-country level with around Mach 1.2 speed, while Planetary is supersonic and can move at sublight speed.
I feel like this part was the most wrong, and it's due to the fact that saying that Sonic is only city to country level is downplaying some of the Sonic's villains, who are definitely planetary. And Sonic has phased in characters in base form and showed that he can be well into planetary, with one great example being Perfect Chaos, who is definitely planetary. And as for Supersonic had, while not having a lot of feats back then to clarify where he was in power, was definitely clarified in Frontiers, when he was able to fight all the Titans who were stated to be as powerful as previous villains. Meaning that if we're going off of that, and yes, this statement is supported because it has been stated in a Japanese interview for Sonic Frontiers. Supersonic specifically should be in low multiversal or in just multiversal. And as for if we're doing Starfall Sonic, then he's definitely going into multiversal, if not high multiversal, since he did face one of the Titans that was Ant by the end, who stated that he was more powerful than every past villain that Sonic has ever faced. And if going off that statement, he possibly could have meant that he's also more powerful than characters like Solaris, who is definitely not weak in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, I hope that made sense. And Cryptic Mario, if you're watching this, I hope that you understand I mean no disrespect. And I'm happy to hear your point of views. If you do want to share your point of views, I'm happy to see it or hear it. And as for Gaming Riff and for Kita, y'all two were really disrespectful. Starting with Gaming Riff, you were disrespectful to the fact that he is a small YouTuber. And as a head phase for Sonic fans, you should show more respect to other people. Even if it may seem that they're trying to disrespect Sonic, you still have to show some level of respect. I mean, my bad. And as for Kita, I get you want to defend Cryptic Mario, but as you were doing so, you kind of sounded a little bit disrespectful yourself. Again, I'm not saying that you were being fully disrespectful, but some of the stuff you were saying can come off as disrespectful. Anyway, I hope that y'all understand my point of view. And like I said before, no disrespect, no hate, just wanted to share my point of view. And I hope that y'all really enjoyed this video, because this was not a planned video at all. But I figured I just wanted to, give my hat and put it into the ring and just share my small little Sonic fan point of view. With that being said, I hope that y'all have a wonderful day. Please like, subscribe, comment down your point of view, because like I said before, I'm happy to hear people's point of view on things, because just having my own point of view is not really great. Plus, it's better to know more things than not knowing. Also, if y'all do want art, or anyone looking for art, I'm also doing commissions now, so let that be known. And hopefully you can either do it in here in the comment section, or go to my DeviantArt, and the link will be in the description below. And with that all being said, oh yeah, also forget that I'm still working on my story. I'm sorry I'm taking a long time with it, but it's me as one person, I'm just trying my best. Anyway, I hope y'all all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch y'all later in the next video. Bye bye.